It was great catching up with Harry Polton today with his burn. Obviously, Jason, I couldn't do that. He gave you guys a little rundown on the broadcast from the drone the other day. It was nice to catch up with Harry, but we are done with that segment, so to speak, and we're going to move on to Jason's barn now. Adrenaline rush, isn't it, Jay? So here's the thing. A person that used to work for us that is stabled at the farm only has one horse now. We had asked Debbie O'Brien to give us a hand. She's taking care of Adrenaline Rush. So theoretically, Jason still has the horse, but she's taking care of him right now. He's been good, jogging great all week. Had the vet look at him. We're going to keep a close eye on that left hind as he starts to train back down. But all systems go for Adrenaline Rush right now. We gave him a couple of days off the other day. It was cold here, and there was a little bit of heat in his leg and his ankle. We had that ankle joint done. Now, that's the one thing I don't want to, Jason's like, oh, he's a little off left hind. I said, don't jump to conclusions, all right? Just relax. Left ankle was a little problem also. Cold weather, just got the corks on this guy. Remember, he was in the pool, right, for I don't know how long, 4 or 5 weeks. So now he's got the corks on and starting to jog. He's going to have days where we're just going to maybe take it easy with him, and this weekend was one of those times. Amor Diener training down good. Jason said he's very calm now. Last year he was real flighty and goofy with his head. Very calm now. I haven't sat behind him yet. I will very, very soon. Blue Bayou Dio, actually Dominic's going to have Blue Bayou Dio. He's in Dominic's barn right now. I'm going to have to make a Dominic barn, obviously. I'm sure I have it on my phone is where I have it. I don't have it here. So Blue Bayou Dio, we'll talk about under Dominic's barn, but she did train good this week. Bomb Hugger, Jason, I didn't see anything. All I know is I talked to Jason and he couldn't stop raving about how good Bomb Hugger was on Saturday. So happy to hear that. Can't wait to see how she comes back. Keep in mind, this is a filly with 4 wins and 106,000 made. I want to have her ready for the New York Sires and nothing before, because there really isn't anywhere to race her. Captain Mike Dio, you guys saw a little clip of Cindy jogging by. He was castrated this week. We schooled him in 59 on a very cold day, and then Sylvain Filion, I talked to him and he said very cavalierly, just say, hey, geld him. So we did. Compass Rose DC racing tonight, well, which is yesterday for you, at Northfield Park for Jason McGinnis, going to drive her in the amateur. I'm glad Jason could drive her. Now, I know a lot of people said, geez, you're kind of tough on her Wednesday, back Sunday. I really thought they were going to cancel on Wednesday. I had no information that would lead me to believe they wouldn't. But they didn't, and she ended up making a break. So we had the vet checker over, no issues with her. Her biggest thing coming up is breeding her. We're going to breed her starting the end of February. We're going to have her moved over. I'm stuck. I'll be honest, I'm stuck. I know Joel has messaged me a number of times asking about her. I liked Enterprise or Father Patrick or Creatine or even Long Tom. One of those 4. I have to maneuver everything around properly. We have 3 mares left and 2 or 3 studs for each mare, so I want to finish that off right now. I'll talk to you later on today about where we're going with them. Confederate Cruisers training well, looks good. Eyes of 10 again, actually not in Jason's barn. Now, this filly's in Dominic's barn, but she's an Ohio bred, so it's a unique position where Eyes of 10's going to train down here, probably race here a couple of times, and then head to Ohio. And if she's ready early enough, she may head to Ohio sooner than later. Garden State Dio, I trained her yesterday. She was good. Left hind, I can notice a little bit what we always did with her. Her sister was the same way. It's her stifle, it always was. There's just a little... there's nothing serious in there, but I will send her to the vet to get her looked at. This affiliate qualified in 56, as is, and trained good yesterday. But to have her 100%, I'm going to send her to the vet, make sure there's nothing that we can't be doing. If it's just simple blistering, managing, changing her shoes and her equipment, then we can do that. If it's something else, then we'll get that looked at also. So Garden State Dio, training good, being around 218. She's not going to be ready for 4, 5, 6 weeks. So send her to the vet to get looked at some point this week, I would imagine. Globetrotting's out in the field. She's going to remain there for at least a month. We'll bring her back in. Grace is training good. I saw her train yesterday. She looked really, really good on the track. Granite Hill, Jason said train good. I myself trained him twice in 2-3. He's ready to qualify in 2-1-ish on Wednesday. My plan for this week, Monday mid-morning, throw the truck on the trailer. Well, the truck is on the trailer, parked out front. Go to Jared Bothwell and jump in the truck. Drive to Northfield Park, get some early supper with Lauren and Jason, talk about what's going on over the spring. Jared and I are going to throw Prairie Fire and Hill of Magic on the truck and trailer and head towards the Springfield sale. I'm going to stay overnight Monday night in Springfield, Yes, Monday night in Springfield, and then come back Tuesday evening. I have to drive my boy. I love this horse so much. Tour de Lindy. Got to drive him. Drew the 9. I'd like to be on the gate with this guy. We drew 9, whatever. We'll race him Tuesday evening. And then Wednesday, we have a bunch of horses to train and a bunch of horses to qualify Wednesday morning. Maybe I can talk Jared into going with a few. We'll see. High Gear, No Fear. That's not a horse not in Jason's barn. He's in Harry's barn. We just talked about him. Scratch him off. He trained yesterday. Training good. So see how he goes. Continues to go. Hill of Magic, as I said, heading to the sale Monday evening. Monday afternoon in Springfield, Tuesday's sale. Eglaire AM trained awesome here. You guys got a chance to look at her. We went a mile on 2:14, 2:15. Both her and Will to Win Hanover on a really icy, snowy track, but both looked very, very good doing it. I'm a Lovely Lady will be qualifying Wednesday at Northfield Park. Jason said she trained very, very good Saturday. Jekyll and Hyde trained great Saturday. He's in to go Tuesday. I think this might be the week. Maybe we'll cut Fulton's. We'll beat Fulton's Fury in those horses this week with Jekyll and Hyde. Jason said he trained very, very good. Kathy with an eye, I believe we'll throw her in to qualify. I'd like a mile 2-2 or so with her on Wednesday. LD's Patrick. Monday is Jason's last start with LD's Patrick. He's heading to Yonkers. He'll be trained by Mark Beckwith. Many of you know Mark Beckwith had some of our horses this year. He trained our stakes-winning filly Bomb Hugger a couple of times. He had some horses. We'd shipped him some so-so horses that did so-so this summer, but I think LD's Patrick will do very well for Mark Beckwith in Yonkers. I talked to both my brother Mark and Mark, so it'll be a Mark and Mark show for LD's Patrick after Monday. Matt's MVP, Jason said this horse trained very well also. He didn't go with him. Timmy went with him, said the horse trained great on Saturday. Bomino's Best will be qualifying Wednesday. The extra week certainly didn't hurt her, and I'm a Lovely Lady, so she'll be in good form come Wednesday. My Jazz racing tonight. We were laughing about it. It's the first time she's ever raced in Canada is tonight. She's been in Ohio her whole life, so although we brought her here, trained her down here, she's never started in Ontario. Tonight will be her first start going behind the gate. Of Tom, again, Jason said she trained good. I love Of Tom, you guys know that. So Jason made a point to tell me how good she trained on Saturday. 1-2 Skip a Few, he said she didn't train that good, but she's a little tricky, right? She's more of an Anthony horse. And he said her back was sore. He thought maybe she had tied up at some point during the week with this weather. We've seen our fair share of tie-ups, so it's not that shocking. But I know when I trained her when I was in Ohio 2 weeks ago, she was the same as she was last year. Just an iron tough, very nice filly, and I've been very happy with her. Prairie Fire heading to the sale on Tuesday. Procrastinator is training good, I'm told. I haven't sat behind him yet, but I've seen him train up close a couple of times. I thought he looked really good. Purple Aura, she's grown quite a bit, and she's training very, very good in Ohio. They said she trained good. I watched Resolute Bay train 4 times in the last 3 weeks. He looks really good. No hobbles and trotting very, very good right now. You're not here anymore. What are you doing? Out you go. So and Sue, third the other night, actually best case scenario. I think for a win, I guess would have been best case scenario, but as good as I could have expected her to win. I did put her on gate after her start, only because I think she's worth more right now than she's worth here to race. I'm not going to move her around. I'm not going to move her back to the States. I think there'd be probably somebody be very interested in So and Sue. Slim Jimmy, was told yesterday, Jason said he trained very, very good. Stonebridge Dolce beat them all training yesterday. I was very happy with her. James still has no respect for Dolce. She's got kind of a clappy way of going, but she's fast. I like this filly, and I like horses that can win. She got up and won the training set yesterday and looked good doing it. Stonebridge Simba's back going now here at Jason's barn. He'll be training very soon. He'll start training probably within the next week or so. Swan's Honey is in to go Tuesday at Western Fair Raceway. She should be pretty good in there. It's the right class for her. Yes, we could have put her in that pop-up series the way it looked, and you know what? If it looks weak tonight, then maybe that will be her next start. I don't know. We'll see. Sweet on Pete has been training great. Looks great at Northfield Park. Taiwan on. Actually, Jason does not have Taiwan on. Harry has Taiwan on, and she trained awesome yesterday. Tour de Lindy was very good the other day. Justin Irvine drove him very good. Love to see that horse closing hard on the inside. Really impressed with his race the other night. Twinbee Habanero, again, still in a holding pattern, 225 to 245 with him until we get him right. I think now is the week we'll put maybe flip-flops on him up front, take the razor pads off, put flip-flops on him, egg bars behind. He may end up back in Ontario also, but we are going to get him moving a little quicker now over the next 4 weeks. Unbeatable Kemp was awesome here. Trained great. I trained him. It was so cold here Saturday at 7:30 in the morning, but Unbeatable Kemp trained awesome. Victor Cruz was very good. This horse, sneaky good. We don't talk enough about Victor Cruz. Amy had him on the top 10 list, then took him off, then put him on, then took him off. He was awesome yesterday and has been great for 3 weeks. Really nice colt. Voyage of Ice and Fire, they said trained great. I said, I don't want to hear it. I said, he's already broken my heart. I'll change my mind back to falling in love with him when he makes me, and that will be on the racetrack, behind the gate, not in training. He's not fooling me again this year. So they said he trained absolutely fantastic on Saturday. Great. Walk on the Moon, they said made a break training on Saturday. He never breaks. Vet looked at him, said his right stifle was bothering him a little bit. They iodined his stifle, I believe. He'll be going, if he jogs good Tuesday, I can't see why we couldn't maybe even school him in 2.5 or something on Wednesday afternoon, but we'll see how Walk on the Moon looks. White Tiger has been absolutely fantastic. The best form of White Tiger ever is right now. You guys know that. Will to Win Hanover, you saw her train with a Glare AM in the race bike during the drone simulcast. She was very good, very happy with her. She should be heading to Mohawk very soon. And yes, is coming back to Northfield this week. Couldn't get him back last week, just with the weather and the trucking. Couldn't get him back, but he'll be back at Northfield Park at some point this week. So that's Jason's barn. I'll be back with all the other barns in just a moment.